What's up? It's your girl Frosted K, and I just skipped class with the progress report.
The progress report.
All right, what's going on? It's your girl Lala Shepherd. This is another episode of Skipping Class presented by the Progress Report. I got Frosted K in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yes, how are you?
What's going on? I'm good. What's going on?
Absolutely. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. I think your music is dope, and most importantly, I see that you are a hustler, and I respect that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. You gotta hustle. You got to.
For sure. And salute to T Hood, man. He been telling me about you, and I'm just like, we gonna get in.
Yeah, that's my dog. He's super solid.
For sure. T Hood a good guy. So let us know, what all do you do?
Okay, so I'm a rapper, of course, that's first, but I'm also an esthetician. I'm a businesswoman. I'm all of that, all of the above. I'm everything you want me to be.
Period. And I seen that. I was gonna ask you about being a licensed esthetician.
Yes, licensed. Put respect on my name. I am licensed. I'm not out here doing nobody's lashes or facials without being certified and all of that. I went to school for this. I took the board. I'm like official on paper. Real deal.
That's tight. Now, what made you want to get into that?
I just, you always have to have multiple hustles out here. Like, doing music is not cheap. I gotta fund myself. Like, I'm not signed, I'm independent. So, you gotta have multiple incomes coming in from this way, that way, that way. So that's just something that I like to do. I like skin, makeup, lashes, all that type of stuff.
Understood. And for that, did that come, of course, obviously came after your passion for music. So was music always your first love?
Yeah, I've been rapping since I was like in 4th grade. So yeah, that's always been my first love. But I have learned the hard way that it's not cheap. You got to really have some paper out here to do this.
Facts. What was that hard lesson like?
Stressful. It's for me, it's just stressful. I'll cry about it. I don't even want to get there. But it's just like, like that's my passion. And it's like, you can see people start rapping yesterday, they blow up tomorrow. And it's like, damn, I've been doing this shit for a little minute. Like, what's going on? But I try not to get discouraged. I keep going,
Absolutely. So what originally got you into music though? I mean, that's pretty young.
My stepmom, she's a rapper, so I grew up around like music my whole life basically. I was going to shows, going to like college parties, doing all of that like with her. Like being a kid, I was in clubs, I was in like all of that. Places I shouldn't have been, but I got to see like everything like early, like real early.
That's hard. And I definitely was gonna ask you that, like, what was it like? I used to listen to your mom, so we gotta, give flowers to Rasheeda, because she started a lot of stuff early. Every female was singing her shit. I don't care.
Listen, she had like back then she was like literally the wave. Like I've been to so many shows and they like screaming lyrics, like a bunch of people outside knowing her song from Georgia Peach to My Bubblegum, like all of that stuff, like folks going crazy. So me seeing that inspired me, like, dang, I want to go outside, I want to do that, like I want to rap. Like that's really what it is. Like I wake up in the morning, she's sitting at the computer writing her lyrics, ain't finna go in the studio, like, like stuff like that made me want to go get it too.
That's hard. So for that, like, did you study her career at the time? Like, even though it was like maybe unofficially studying, but did you feel like you was like taking mental notes?
I don't think I necessarily studied her career, but like just being around it every day, like that was her career at the time. It wasn't like a Love and Hip Hop or no TV shows for her. She was rapping, and rapping was making her the money. Like rapping was paying the bills. Rapping was getting us through what, how we survive every day. So yeah, it made me.
That's hard.
Yeah, I want to go do that.
We want you to come skip class with us and share your story on our new segment called Skipping Class.
Look, we want to talk to all the artists, indie or mainstream, or if you're an entrepreneur, come build your brand with us and tell your story to the world.
You'll also get the shot in our locker, and you'll get promo clips for all your fans. So DM us today or visit our website, tprmediagroup.com. Get locked in with us.
How did she react and how did your dad react when you told them that you wanted to do music? And when did you tell them?
Okay, so like I said, I've been rapping since I was in 4th grade. So back then they was doing, like my older brother, we was in a group. Damn, what was we called? I forgot what we was called, that's crazy. But we were in a group and she used to write some of my verses like back then when I was little. So I didn't have the, the penmanship in 4th grade, but she was writing and we would go in the studio, we'd record, and then we'll go perform at like Sparkles, like the little skating rings back then. Like we was really going up then. in school. So it's like, you know, I think they knew I wanted to rap. Now, as I got older, that's when it became like a little thing, like, rap ain't it, don't rap, da da da. I'm not going for that. I'm finna go get it, just like y'all did. Same thing.
Do you feel like that's because they trying to keep you from getting hurt, or?
I don't really think they care for the industry anymore. I feel like they, like my dad and Rasheeda, they're more into business. Like they are so stuck on like steady income. Like I know that this business is finna bring in this many racks, this finna bring in this many racks, and I'm finna go get it. They know that the hustle of music is like, they just feel like all that going on the road, traveling, and me being like a girl by myself, and I also have a kid too, so it's like,
oh wow. They
like, I don't know if that's the route you should take, but it's like, what's for me is for me. So,
period.
I'm gonna let God decide.
Period. Speaking of businesses, they got a business right around the corner.
Literally, right around the corner. I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
I would have, I didn't know I was driving in this traffic, but yeah.
Yeah, not for sure. Okay, well, big respect, and salute to you for, even though those words have been said to you, that you still going forth with your journey and your grind as you should. So
thank you.
Big respect. So who did you come up listening to?
Me. I came up listening to, of course, my stepmom. It was like, they used to always listen to like the Foxy Browns, and then once I got older and then like my own era, I was like, I like Nicki Minaj, of course. Like back then it was like the Itty Bitty Piggies, and I told you I had went to like it was one of them college tours. I think it was in like, if I'm not mistaken, it was Albany, and I just seen her come out when she did it. Like the crowd went crazy to that Itty Bitty Piggy. It was nuts, and after that it was like, okay, I like female rap, like. So it was like I was trying to listen to a lot of females. And then Lil Wayne and 50 Cent, like them two, like, yeah. So them was my guys, and then I would listen to like my stepmom and then Nicki Minaj, stuff like that.
Absolutely. How do you feel like when people criticize females for being too sexual, overly sexual, when, it's not the same criticism for a guy, so to speak?
I feel like when you go back and you listen to dudes, they get to say whatever they want to say. Nobody says nothing. Then when you go listen to females, y'all always got something to say about, we rapping about our pussy, and we rapping about our cat, we rapping about this and that. It's like, okay, and when y'all link up with us, what's the first word y'all talk about? You want some pussy, right? Okay, like, what's the problem? I feel like that's just what it is. Pussy's power. That's just, it's never going to stop. I don't think it's ever going to stop. And then when you do have people coming out and they're rapping about something that's probably not that, are y'all really listening? Like, are y'all listening? Do y'all don't even like lyrical people for real? Like, they have, like, you got people like the Kendrick Lamars and J. Cole's, like, they get their flowers, but what are y'all really listening to? Like, let's just be 100.
Facts. I love that. So I'm with you. I agree. I think, when it comes to music, like, I like spicy music. So yeah. I think, again, you're right. It's a lot of lyrical artists, but are the masses truly listening to them? So I respect what you said. Yeah. So now, what's your thoughts on just the females just taking over the rap industry, so to speak?
I love that. Like, I love that the females are coming in and stepping on shit, because it's like, growing up, all I seen was a bunch of like male rappers, and I got to see how hard it was for females to come up. Like, it was like a few of them. Like, I could probably remember Candy Red, Lola Monroe, like, them back then. But it's like, now, it's everybody. Like, you ain't got, it's a girl world. There's nothing you could do about it. Like, females is really winning right now. Like, there's really nothing you could do. I like that it's a bunch of girls just like it's a bunch of dudes. Like, only thing I do wish is that the females collab a little bit more. Like, guys can collab, they can do whatever. They be best friends linking up. When it comes to females, it gotta be, oh, I'm just top pitching. I don't like that. Like, link up with the females, let's make shit happen. Like, let's make it work. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Nah, I respect that, and I agree. I wish females could, link up easier and work together more too.
Yeah,
for sure. Talk about getting your stage name.
My stage name, okay, well, my name is Kelsey Frost. I had to try to think of, something that won't gravitate to that, but once you figure it out, you know why it's that, basically. I try to stay away from in real life, I do try to stay away from she's Kirk and Rasheeda daughter type thing. Like, I don't want to use their name for nothing. Like, I really be out here grinding. I'm in the streets for real. Like, I'm in the clubs, like, especially being with T-Hood. He had me in the club every other weekend doing everything I need to do, shows, music, all of that. Like, he's real big on that. So it's like, you know, I try to stay away from the frosting, but it's still frosted. So, you know, everything frosty, you know, I'm like snow girl, big snow girl. That's my thing. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I see you. That's why I was just like, let me reach out. Let's make this happen. Let's build. So, absolutely. Do you think that it's like harder or easier since you do have famous, you know, parents to like be respected as a rapper?
I feel like it's a lot harder because people just expect you to be having certain things that I just don't have. Like, people expect me to be this super rich bitch. I'm not that. Like, I'm not out here having like they're having like what's for them is them. Like, what's in my pockets is in my pockets. I don't have my hand out towards them. And then another thing is like, when people do know you for that, they just look at you for that. Like, they don't really necessarily go into depth of looking into my music. It's just like they put you in a box. Oh, you the daughter. I'm not that. I'm so much more than that. Like, you somebody's daughter and you somebody's son. I'm not asking who your parents is. It's like, I hate that. I really hate that. Who your parents is. Who your parents is, nigga, the fuck? Like, I hate that. So it's like, you know, it is a little bit harder. They put me in a box and, you know, I'm trying to break out that box. They gonna see me one way or another. One way or another.
I respect that. Yeah. And speaking of music, I really like that joint that you and Yummy Pearl did. That was hard.
Got my nails done so I can grab his dick better. Yeah,
okay.
Of course, you know, you gotta have the dick grabbers. You know, mine's is short now because I'm a licensed esthetician. But, yeah, that's my song. I love Yummy Pearl. She's like one of my favorite female rappers. I have like another song coming out with her too, so y'all stay tuned. She's like one of my favorite female rappers right now.
Yeah, I fuck with Yummy. Like, she was, you know, definitely going crazy. Like, the first official lady of QC, you know,
Listen,
and it's like...
the first lady of QC, I ain't never gonna step down on that. She need to put respect on her name, for real, for real. Like, but she coming, listen, she's coming. Like, y'all, it's not over yet. She's coming.
Nah, for sure. Let's get into this latest single, though, the Feel Better Draco joint. That shit hard.
Thank you. Shout out to Bankhead, produced it. He's super lit. I love that. He got two of my, like, hard knocking beats. I love that song. Basically, it's called Feel Better, aka Draco. It's like, I don't give a fuck if you're from the west side, east side, north side, south side. Them Dracos still let off. Not saying I promote any violence. However, it's always a thing of, oh, she from the north side, down, they ain't about shit. Okay, but them Dracos still let off though. Just like somebody else from the east side, it's gonna let off though. So you can't really like judge people off of where they're from, or I hate when I hear people say, I'm from such and such, and you'll still get your ass beat. Like, it don't matter where you from. It's just like, fuck with people how they fuck with you, you know?
It's facts. So are you independent now? Because at one point you were signed to Buddha Bless, right?
Okay, I'm independently signed through Buddha Bless's beat. Like, that's still my label. That's still like all my beats and stuff like that, all my projects, he's the one who's like helping me out, funding me, stuff that I can't take care of, he's definitely gonna take care of. Like, that's my brother for real, so, you know, we definitely work and get stuff done. So I will be officially signed super soon, so stay tuned for that.
Okay, so you got a situation on the table.
Yes, but, you know, we gone.
Well, that's what's up. Congratulations in advance.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear about it. Absolutely. Now, you said you was a mother, right?
Yes, I am a mom.
So how do you balance being a mom and then being Frosted K?
Okay, so I feel like for me, it's kind of easy. I had him when I was, you know, a little bit younger. So he grew up with me. Like, we basically grew up together type thing. Like, that's like my best friend, but that's still my son. Like, so even when I do music, like, my son will get on the computer and go try to make beats for me now. Like, it's really cool. Like, other day he sent me a beat like, Mom, go rap on this beat and da-da-da. So it's like I have so much support from him. Like, when I go out, if he can come, he's there. When I go to the studio, he's there. He either playing Fortnite or he, you know, sitting somewhere around the corner. Like, anywhere I'm going and he can go, he's there with me. So that's, it's pretty easy. And he likes that too. Like, he kind of likes the music. He likes making beats. So he likes the era.
That's tight. That's tight. So the name of our platform is called The Progress Report. So how do you feel that you progressed lately as a person?
I feel like lately as a person, I told myself at the beginning of this year, I was gonna go hard after I graduated from esthetician school. I was gonna be outside because I really took like 9 months off really trying to focus on getting my license, and you know, I just kind of dedicated that to myself and to Buddha, because he was like, man, you slipping, you're not really focused on being outside, not doing no music. So I told myself, this year I'm gonna go hard, I'm gonna be in the club, I'm gonna push this song for 9 months, and I have done that, and I've seen so much progress into people knowing who I am. I've been at a lot of networking events, industry parties where people are, you know, getting hip to me. I done met so many DJs. Shout out to T-Hood. I done met so many people. Like, I feel like I've progressed a lot.
That's hard. So what you got coming up next?
I'm about to drop. I don't know if I'm gonna drop this month or top of the year. I usually drop sometime in the winter. I'm a frosted girl, snow girl, you know. Somewhere in this season, I got music done. I got some music to drop. So I might drop at the end of this month. I might drop in January. It's gonna be called Frosted Land. And then I got a few songs with T-Hood coming out too. We're gonna have a project, a little mixtape EP or something coming out soon too. And then February, I know I am gonna drop something that's more not ratchet. It's gonna be some love in there, you know what I'm saying, for Valentine's Day. So stay tuned.
Sounds good. Well, I definitely appreciate you skipping class with me, and I definitely look forward to growing with you and hearing more from you.
Period. Thank you for having me.
The Progress Report.